Hello, and welcome to the ASMR story series from Shahnameh Dreams. I hope this will be a soothing and meaningful journey for you. This is the story of King Kayumars, the very first human and the very first king in the great book of Shahnameh. He was the first dynasty of kings, and he ruled for 30 years. Kayumars gathered the scattered tribes of people together. He built the first cities, named Estakar and Damavand. He was a king of kindness, so much that even wild animals and birds came close to him and lived peacefully by his side. He taught people how to make clothing from animal skins. The sign of his rule was that he and his people wore leopard skins. The storytellers say it was Kayumars who first placed the crown upon his head and became king. Kayumars had only one son, Syamak. The love between father and son was so strong, they could not bear to be apart even for a single moment. But Ahriman, the dark spirit of evil, grew jealous of this love, and he became furious that Kayumars devoted himself more and more to the ways of the Creator. So, one night, Ahriman sat at the mouth of his cave and made a plan. He sent his own son, a monstrous black demon shaped like a giant wolf, to battle Syamak. In a bloody fight, Syamak was killed. The animals, the birds, and the hunters of the land all cried in mourning. Kayumars was filled with endless grief, and for years he mourned the loss of his beloved son. But then the divine messenger, Sorush, came to Kayumars. He told him to gather an army and by the command of God, destroy the demon. Syamak had a son named Hushang. Kayumars loved him deeply and raised him with care. When the time came, Hushang led the army against the dark forces, and this time, victory was his. When Kayumars' life came to its end, he placed the crown upon Hushang's head, and thus, Hushang became the second king in the world's first royal dynasty. One day, King Hushang went hunting in the mountains. There, a great black serpent blocked his path. He threw a stone to kill it, but the stone struck another rock instead. From the spark of that strike, fire was born. This was how fire was discovered. With fire, the people of Iran could melt iron and create tools. Hushang ruled wisely for 40 years. When his time came, he left the world with a good name. After him, his son Tamuras became king, the third king in the world's first royal dynasty. He fought many battles with the demons, but in the end, the demons surrendered to him, and in exchange for their lives, they taught humans the secrets of reading and writing. After Tamuras, his son Jamshid came to the throne. His reign was a time of great prosperity. Jamshid was the first to make weapons and armor from iron, shields, helmets, and coats of mail. He divided society into 4 groups: priests and scholars, warriors, farmers, and craftsmen. 50 years into his rule, Jamshid ordered the demons to make bricks and build walls. People lived in comfort and peace. His power grew so great that pride entered his heart. He ordered a golden throne to be made and had the demons lifted into the sky. When Jamshid descended from the heavens upon his shining throne, the people scattered jewels at his feet. That day became known as Nowruz, the new day. From that day, the festival of Nowruz has remained, a joyful tradition passed down from ancient kings. For 300 years, Jamshid's people lived without sickness or poverty, but Jamshid's pride kept growing. He began to see himself greater than all, greater even than God. He said, "All the world's beauty is my doing. All your comfort and joy comes from me. The crown of kingship belongs only to me. Who else could be king but Jamshid?" Years passed, and Jamshid turned completely away from the god. He even called himself the maker of the world, and so his soldiers abandoned him, and everything began to fall apart. Anyone who was ungrateful to the god, fear would rise around them from every side. Day by day, Jamshid became more and more proud, until misfortune finally caught up with him. The god became angry with Jamshid, and a terrible trembling shook his heart. But it was too late. Jamshid wept blood, yet the divine glory slowly drifted away from him. The glory, or divine radiance, is a light sent by the God into the heart of anyone worthy. It grants them kingship and brings success alongside them. At the same time, in another part of the world, Merdas ruled over the land of the Arabs. He had a son named Zahak. Zahak, tricked by Ahriman, killed his father and took the throne. Then Ahriman appeared in the palace as a cook. He kissed Zahak's shoulders, and from the place of the kisses, 2 snakes grew. Zahak became known as the snake-shouldered king. The snakes would torment him constantly, and could only be satisfied when fed with human brains. Every day in the city, young people were captured by Zahak's servants. At night, they were taken to his kitchen to be cooked as food for the king's 2 snakes. Meanwhile, in Iran, the people began to rise up. Jamshid's rule was collapsing moment by moment. Zahak learned of these events. So far, we've seen how pride and darkness began to spread in the world. And soon, new heroes and challenges will rise, and the tale will unfold once more. The night falls gently. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, a gentle like would be wonderful. And subscribe to join us for the next chapter of Shahnameh Dreams. Now, take a deep breath and let the story rest in your mind.